This is the Getting Started video for homework number 4. First thing you want to do is download the file from Blackboard and read through it carefully. This particular homework is on polymorphism and we're kicking it up a notch. So homework 3 was pretty much typing a bunch of stuff in. This is a little more challenging. You are going to create a parent or base class C animal. And you're going to add the following protected, notice they're protected properties, name and type. And then you're going to add the following public methods. You're going to have a get set name and a get set type, and you're going to have a virtual make noise method. Step 2, you're going to create 3 or more child classes based on C animal. You can come up with any animals that you want. I used dog, cow, and dragon. Now each class must redefine the make noise method. That's why it's virtual. So dog's going to say something like woof woof, cow moo, and so on. Each class must have at least one unique property. So after you inherit each child class, you have to add something on. So for example, you could add breed to a dog, you could add color to a cow, hence how now brown cow, and then for dragon you could have something like the amount of gold. Each child class must have at least one unique method. So, for example, fetch, graze, and breathe fire. And in those methods, you don't have to do anything fancy unless you want to, but a simple see out is sufficient. I've had students do random actions and cool stuff like that. But anyways, then you're going to create at least one instance of each child class and call the set methods in each one to populate or initialize them. So, pretty straightforward so far. Finally, you're going to have to create an array of pointers called PACLS zoo of at least size 5. You can make it larger if you want, but it has to be at least size 5. Then you're going to populate the zoo with pointers to the child class instances you created, and you're going to need to explicit cast the pointer addresses into a C animal pointer when you assign them. And you're going to set at least one cell in the array to 0 or null, like I showed in the video. Then you're going to demonstrate polymorphism. So that's polymorphism, being able to explicit cast all of them into a C animal type and store them all in an array. So that's type of polymorphism. That's sort of like your set. It's the input. Then you're going to, for the second part of polymorphism, you're going to write a for loop that will loop through the zoo, and for each non-null cell you're going to print the animal name, the type, and call the make noise method. And make sure the correct child-specific information is displayed. Again, this is just like the code in the video that I had. And finally, step 3, you're going to write a for loop that will loop through the zoo for each non-null cell and explicitly cast the pointer to the child-specific type and call the unique class method for that instance. You'll need to string compare the animal type in order to make the correct cast. Boy, doesn't that sound like a fun homework. So pretty much, again, this is just what we had in the review video. So I'll switch over to my code that I've done for this. We've got, I've created my animal, cow, dog, and dragon classes. I make an instance of each one. I call the set methods to populate, initialize them. I make my zoo of pointers. I explicit cast and put my instances in there. Step 4, I loop through that and I call the parent base class methods that are common to all of those: get name, get type, and make noise. So let me zoom in on that so it's a little easier to see for you. Not quite. Alright, and then in step 5 I loop through and I call the child specific class methods after I do the explicit cast. So fetch, graze, and breathe fire. And that's what I'm looking for in homework 4. And when I run it, the output should look something like this and not blow up. So you can make it more fancy than that and you can add to it, but those are the basics. And that's the end of this video. Probably won't be a review video since I went through all the code here.